The snow slowly enveloped the world around, and raindrops tapped against my window like a complex rhythm of my thoughts. The solitude in my car felt especially profound this evening. Though the wind whistling in my ears could have been better, it at least kept me from dozing off. I was traveling along the empty road, dreaming of a warm blanket and a cup of hot cocoa waiting for me at home, not too far away. But suddenly, the engine of my car exploded, as if a trapped beast trying to break free, and I began to slow down, then stopped at the side of the road. I stepped out to deal with this metal wreck that decided to have a conversation with me at the most unexpected moment. Even in this winter night, the echoes of passing cars couldn't be heard. I stood there contemplating how I would fix all these issues and make it home, but my thoughts were interrupted by a strange roar that didn't come from my car. I turned around and saw something that sent chills down my spine. In the middle of the road stood a massive monster. It had a beastly appearance, with glowing eyes shining in the night's darkness. Its fur was black like fire, consuming everything around, and its gaping mouth could swallow me whole. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but my fear was too real. I didn't know if it was worth trying to get its attention, but I started shouting, hoping that any noise would make it go away. But my cries were drowned out by the darkness, and the monster remained in place, eyeing me as panic gripped me, and I quickly returned to my car, hoping it would start. I grabbed the steering wheel, trying to start the engine, but my car refused once again. With its wooden heart refusing to work, my car left me at the mercy of this creature, which turned into my worst nightmare. My mind sought madness as I realized I had nowhere to run. I clutched the steering wheel in despair and began to scream, cursing my soulless machine and my inhuman fate. But the difference between my screams and what I heard made me go silent. The monster chose the moment when I was weak and defenseless, and then it lunged off the road, heading straight for me. Its enormous claws tore chunks of asphalt as it approached, like the most epic of battles. I had no choice. I threw myself out of the car, thinking only of saving my life. My scream was lost in the darkness, a testament to my helplessness as I fell onto the wet asphalt. The shadow fell over me, and I felt the breath of the beast. I screamed in terror, closing my eyes, preparing for the end. But instead of pain and death, I heard something else. The rustling of snow, a strange sound I couldn't explain. I opened my eyes and saw nothing. The monster was gone. I looked around, hoping it was just a figment of my imagination, but it had simply vanished. Still shaken and troubled, I got up and returned to my car. In fact, I didn't even remember hitting the tree. But seeing the sizable dents on the hood, I realized it was a reality. Surprised and anxious, I began my journey home. Though every mile felt like an incredible trial, I tried to focus on finally getting home. My thoughts were full of unanswered questions and uncertainty, but most importantly, I was alive. When I finally saw the light of my house in the distance, a great sense of relief washed over me. I parked the car and staggered into the house, where I immediately started preparing a hot cocoa. Though this incident, though terrifying, remained a mystery, one that I probably would never solve. And though this journey would remain one of my most terrifying memories, I know I touched something extraordinary. And though I don't know what it was exactly, I'm glad I survived to share this story, because perhaps somewhere someone else will encounter the same thing, and maybe my story will help them survive a similar ordeal.